There we go. So yeah, we definitely gonna start with this Ripple article. I want to start with that since that came in hot last night. That hit that hit X. It was on fire. Everybody was retweeting it. I seen it when it came out. So we definitely gonna go over this Ripple article first. Let me see. Okay, and then you once you hop in, you can hit mute on TikTok.
Okay.
I'll keep TikTok turned up.
You said keep TikTok turned up, or
I mean, you can. Oh wait, I'll keep YouTube turned up. You can go mute on TikTok though. What's up, everybody? Everybody, come on in, run the likes. What's good over there on YouTube? Make sure y'all run the likes up over here too. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel.
All right.
You go. Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. All right. So what we got here? What we got here? We got Ripple, right? Ripple. Ripple drops 200K, 200K grants to fuel Japan's Web3 revolution. Is XRP about to take over? Let's see. So, when we talk about Web3, we're talking about just the next phase of the internet, blockchain, digital IDs, NFTs, metaverse, all that stuff. Next phase of the internet. So, blockchain firm Ripple Labs has formed a strategic partnership with Web3 Salon to launch a new funded initiative. So, Web3 Salon uh, is a project supported by the Japan External Trade Organization, JETRO. So JETRO, JETRO. So the newly launched program is designed to provide up to $200,000 in grant funding for Japanese Web3 startups building on the XRPL, right? And this is an area that we're not surprised about because Japan has already been involved with blockchain. Japan has already been involved with XRP since I don't know, 2019, right? Exactly. So this initiative aligns Ripple Labs' ongoing commitment of 1 billion XRP to support blockchain innovation across Asia. So not just in Japan, but all across Asia, right? Its goal is to accelerate the financial, technical, and business growth of blockchain developers in the region. This funding initiative between Ripple Labs and Web3 Salon targets early stage startups working with the XRPL. Each participating project must work around a decentralized finance, DeFi, digital payments, tokenization, as these things are the main focus areas, right? Also, each project can receive as much as $200,000 over the next year. Ripple has internationally boosted blockchain technology innovation in Japan and South Korea specifically, right? They got a crazy footprint over there in Japan and South Korea. Eventually, this led to digital payment company launching an initiative called the XRPL Japan and Korea Fund back in June of 2024. So last June. At this time, this initiative gave credence to Ripple's dedication to growing its influence in the Asian Pacific region. So the fund focuses on supporting various projects ranging from corporate partnerships, developing grants, startup investments, to community development. Emai. I'm gonna butcher her name. Emai, who is
Somebody from Japan. Don't even
it,
try to say it.
exactly. Vice President of Strategic Initiatives, Ripple, highlighted that the importance of this move, saying that the launch of this fund is a testament to Ripple's strong belief in the potential of Japan and Korea as pivotal regional hubs for blockchain innovation. Beyond the financial contribution this Ripple and Web3 Salon collaboration brings to the developers, shout out to my devs, it also provides them with unhindered access to the San Francisco-based firm global networks of partners.
Hey, shout out to
Wow.
Paige. Shout out to Paige because Paige said in the comments over here on TikTok between EZA and Web3 Salon, there are a lot of devs building on the XRPL in the near future. So this was a major announcement. I don't know why XRP can at least go to 250. Because this was a major announcement, but yeah.
Nah, it's definitely major.
And they about to go really, and they about to get into Ripple's mega footprint in Japan. This is like, yeah, this is the good part of the article. So yeah, go ahead. My bad.
So Ripple has established a strong presence in Japan through key partnerships and collaborations. This is what we was talking about before. This is what we're talking about for a minute. So 9 years ago, so almost a decade ago, Japanese financial giant SBI Holdings partnered with Ripple Labs to create a joint venture aimed at promoting blockchain technology. More recently, in 2024, the Tokyo-based company launched NFT services on the XRP ledger. If you was on the live last week, you heard Aquaman talking about those NFTs on the XRP ledger. If he was in that class that he did, you heard him talking about the different NFTs that's on the XRPL. NFTs is going to have activity going forward, and we're going to go over another article later about NFTs and why you should be getting involved. So this offered users the ability to collect the NFTs nicknamed um, Mayaku N on the Expo 2025 digital wallet. The wallet was used at an expo held in Osaka and Kansai. In September 2024, Ripple announced a collaboration with Futureverse, an AI and metaverse company. This partnership specifically involved Ripple custody, aiming to ensure the safety and security, right? This is the things you got to wrap your head around. Safety and security, definitely around this time period. Safety and security of future versus digital assets. I think that's something that we need to elaborate more on later when we talk about safety and security, because I don't think people really understand like the importance of that shit. So Jeffrey McDonald, who is the chief customer officer at Futureverse, explained that their integration with Ripple custody was driven by Ripple's robust security features, right? Which provide strong protection for customers' digital assets. Around the same time, Ripple's University Blockchain Research Initiative welcomed Yonsei University into Korea at its 58th global partner. 58th global partner, right? So that's partnerships that they got all over the world. This move reflects Ripple's commitment to expanding its efforts in promoting academic excellence and advancing research in blockchain technology. Blockchain ain't going nowhere, fam, at all.
I'm telling you, this is why people, they don't like Ripple, because they know all this backdooring that y'all getting away with right now on Ethereum and all this other shit is over for it. When we switch over and everything starts operating off of that XRPL, and y'all gotta start using RLUSD and all that, it's over for all the shit, all the criminal stuff that goes on in crypto. So this is like Japan know what they're doing. That's why they brought up security. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they brought up strong protection for their customers. That's why all this was brought up in this article. So this is major. Shout out to Japan. Japan and Ripple, them been in a relationship for a long time. I'm surprised we just waiting on the wedding now. They about to get
Yeah, that's
married.
it. That's it.
Relationship for a long time. This is not new. So yeah, that was some major news for XRP and Ripple Labs. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they talked about the importance of security and making sure that you just straight on the safety side, and them getting into NFTs. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got this OpenSea article. Next, we can go ahead and get OpenSea out of the way.
OpenSea.
OpenSea active users count growing amid native token buzz. So OpenSea. So
Shout out
we
to OpenSea.
shout out to OpenSea because this is NFT talk. So a lot of people sleep on the NFTs. Now we ain't sleeping on over here at Block Nation. We're gonna actually do. Are we still doing that? You still want to do a class on NFTs?
Yeah. I think we should. I think we should
I think we
because
need to do so people have a deeper understanding of NFTs and why NFTs aren't going anywhere. They're going to be in your life. You need to know about them. So yeah, when we get a date and all that, and had a link available for y'all, we'll let y'all know. We'll go a little bit deeper into it. But nah, this is a good article to bring
Mhm.
up OpenSea. So
So, so OpenSea, if you don't know who OpenSea is literally the biggest NFT marketplace in the game, right? And so OpenSea, a Miami headquartered non-fungible token marketplace. So it's based in Miami. And if you don't know anything about Miami, Miami is a hub when it comes to, Bitcoin, when it comes to just cryptocurrency in general. right? It's a hub, right? So they have recorded a noticeably rally in active users on its platform. So this development expands the American company and marks a rebound in activity just surrounding digital collectibles and NFTs just as a whole, right? So the data showed that OpenSea recorded 476,322 active users in May. These are those who made one or more transactions on the NFT trap platform. This marked the largest activity monthly users since mid 2023 and matched levels observed in mid 2022 to early 2023, because that was the time that NFTs kind of like peaked, right? Back in 2023, a couple years ago. So this indication is giving us that, oh, something is warming up, something is definitely brewing, right? So the recent rally in OpenSea active users could be attributed to the official launch of the OS2 and user potential reward exceptions, right? So the private beta for OS2 was launched in January 2025, so about 5 months ago, and which early access opened up to the Genesis NFT holders, right? Because if you hold these NFTs, like depending on what the project is and what they're pushing forward, they'll give you drops and shit. They'll give you free shit, free money, all of this type of stuff. So OS2 introduced a unique opportunity to explore new features like its new traits tab and explore tab and enhancing sorting tools. It also provides feedback to improve OpenSea platform. OpenSea's OS2 later went live on beta in February, featuring cross-chain token trading, enhanced UX user experience, and a new reward system. This also marked the introduction of XP, a new rewards program incentivizing active platform participation. So even if you're just interacting with the platform, they're going to give you rewards for that. That's that's major, fam. That's major because they're incentivizing you to get on a platform and start using it. And we'll give you rewards, probably money, probably free crypto, right? OS2 also features a revamped reward system called Voyagers, which grants XP as experience points for on-chain activities, on-chain, the new internet. Meanwhile, OST is fully live, while with users trading tokens with NFTs across 19 chains. It also supports Solana's fungible tokens. So hey, it is what it is. Solana is one of the ones that's just in the mix right now. Market watchers are already imagining that June's turnout on the same metric may be similar. The more optimistic experts are projecting an even higher number of active users, as the current number stands at 236,091 to a significant extent. The monthly trading volume on OpenSea does not reflect the recent elevated interest. It is still notably lower than the levels of 21 and 2022, just before the NFT marketplace experienced a downturn. For context, the monthly trading volume in January of 2022 hit a peak of $5 billion, while in May of 2025 is only $81 million. So back in 2022, it was mad people on these NFTs and shit. Billions and billions of dollars being flowed through the blockchain, right? While May of 2025, last month, it was only $81 million, right? So just a drop in the bucket compared to what it used to be. But it's gonna ramp up, fam. It's gonna ramp up. So yeah. I mean, that's basically the most important point of the article, but they ain't going nowhere, fam. They ain't going nowhere. Those NFTs, those smart contracts, those are key, fam. Those are key.
Yeah,
Every
they're gonna play a major
every
role.
every single company from MasterCard to McDonald's, to your house titles, to your car titles, they all gonna be connected to smart contracts.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Page said NFT access others don't get. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all look out. Y'all look out for the Block Nation NFT.
Yeah. We're gonna definitely have an NFT coming soon for sure. Okay, yeah, we'll go over this one next. Let me look at the comments real quick. What's good over here? Yeah, y'all only at 20K likes on TikTok. Can y'all run the likes up some more? Can y'all run the likes up?
Yeah, and the shares, fam. And the shares. Like this shit is like incredible news, fam. Like just overall, like you gotta realize you were part of the 1-2%, fam.
Listen, while everybody fixated on what's going on in Los Angeles right now, y'all got to understand when a big event like that occurs where they saying, what is it? How many do he saying 2,000 or 20,000? Um uh
What
Trump.
true?
The, who he sent over there? He sent the
He said the National Guard.
National Guard. Was it 2,000 or
Yeah.
20,000?
I thought it was like 4,000 troops or some shit.
2,000. Okay.
Oh, it was
Anytime
2,000.
an event like that occurs and it was just like it won't that serious for him to send the National Guard over there, clearly they're conjuring up the distraction so that they can pass these fucking legislations. Because this is the real news. What we're going over right now, contrary to popular belief, this is the real news. Because finances matter the most
Mhm.
to these people. We're talking about money right now. So this is the biggest news in the world, if you ask me.
Mhm.
Because they gotta move the money. The money has to be moved. It doesn't matter if it's from America to Russia or China or Africa. This is the most important news because the money got to get moved around and they want to move it around quicker. So, contrary to popular belief, this is the biggest news in the world that we're going over right now. That's why we're telling y'all run the likes up. We got to get on the algorithm, share the live. Because what we about to talk about now is the state of crypto and how crypto legislation is advancing. So we're moving forward. It's not
Yep.
going, we're going mainstream, and this will be done soon. So don't get caught up in the distractions. It's unfortunate what's going on in LA. It's crazy because they got all the highways blocked off right now. Niggas can't even move around. And if they stay like downtown LA, they can't even really move around right now. So definitely prayers up, but it's definitely a distraction. So
Mhm.
we're getting ready to go over this article right here. State of crypto, how crypto legislation is advancing. So it says both the Senate stablecoin and the House market structure bills are now on the cusp of key moves next week,
Mm.
which is yeah. So this week is gonna be some we gonna get some news this week, which is why they conjured up the LA shit. And Trump sent them who he sent again, the National Guard. That's how much
National Guard.
paying attention to it. The National Guard, he sent them over there. Okay, boom. So y'all will pay attention to that. They got the National Guard shooting reporters with rubber bullets in the foot and shit. So they got y'all. Okay, so they got the masses distracted. The people that's just they easily distracted, right? So boom. This is the biggest news in the world. So we about to go over this. So it says the House Financial Services Committee might mark up market structure legislation next week while the Senate seems close to passing its stablecoin bill. Okay. It says here the narrative. So here's what's clear. There are bills and they will probably get votes next week. Here's what's unclear. What all lawmakers might need to get enough votes to actually advance these bills and if there are if they're there already or not.
Mm.
So it says why it matters. The crypto industry has waited for years. We have. Good Lord, we've been waiting for years. We have been waiting for years for Congress to pass legislation giving it some sort of regulatory clarity. Congress has taken a number of key steps this year, but next week might see quite a few of these steps happen. Breaking it down. So, logistical details first. There will be markups in the House Financial Services Committee and the House Agriculture Committee on the market structure bill, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, otherwise known as just the Clarity Act, on Tuesday. That markup will likely end with lawmakers voting to advance the bill to the broader House of Representatives. It's possible the vote will fail, but it currently seems unlikely. So tomorrow they are voting, and this is the major part. The stablecoin bill is just step one. The main bill we need outside of that stablecoin bill is this Digital Asset Market Clarity Act or the Clarity Act, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
This is like regulations. Okay, so they're voting on that tomorrow, and they already said it seems unlikely that that vote will fail. So it says on here on the Senate side, lawmakers might hold a series of votes as early as Monday on the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins of 2025 Act, otherwise known as Genius. To advance it, Senator Rubin, the Arizona Democrat who spearheaded a pause in the bill's advancement, said in an interview on Thursday that he expects a massive bipartisan vote in favor of the legislation. It'll need 60 votes to clear the cloture. This is a second cloture vote and a simple majority afterward to pass the Senate entirely. After that, it's on to the House. So it says right here, we've worked in a very honest, earnest manner with our Republican colleagues. We think that they've been also doing the same. He said they adopted a lot of the amendments, most of the amendments that we've been adding, and they've been continuing to work with some other Democrats. We have some other concerns, but we believe that if all the changes are made, it's going to be a very solid, comprehensive bill that I think we could all be proud to vote for. So let me tell y'all, this bill gonna pass. Okay, contrary to popular belief, because people don't really understand what's going on. Maxine can go in there with her little wicked attitude all day long. Elizabeth Warren can push back all day. Even though her and Trump, what they supposed to be buddy buddy now? I don't know what the fuck up with that. Then you got Lynch and all them just talking crazy about, but Trump has a majority vote right now, which is why Trump has to get this done before midterms while he has control. Okay, because after midterms, he might not have the same control, which is why they're gonna pass it now. This is going to be probably the biggest thing that's gonna happen during his presidency, that he'll be able to have two legs to stand on, passing these bills. So this is, if you think that just because it's not in mainstream media, don't mean that this ain't the most important thing happening for his presidency. This is the important aspect of his This is the whole reason he's the fucking president, to be honest with you, to get this shit passed. So this is huge. But it says here, in other words, by the end of next week, it's possible the House of Representatives will have a market structure bill to consider, amend, and vote on, and a stablecoin bill. The House Financial Services Committee version of Genius, the Stable Act, already passed out of the committee a while ago. Whether both bills will make it to U.S. President Donald Trump's desk by August recess is an open question. Policymakers in Washington D.C. this week seem skeptical that both bills would be passed by that deadline. Those stablecoin legislation is likely to clear the House and Senate by then. So we know we'll have a stablecoin bill. That shit's gonna be done before September, though. I foresee the market structure bill may pass the deadline, but it'll be like the end of August, maybe September, or they might get it done. They may surprise everybody and get it done. We're gonna see. Regardless, that shit's
All
getting.
this shit got to go down. It got to go down, man. Because November is that last deadline, right, for ISO.
So if you have not been accumulating digital assets, if you have not been educating yourself on blockchain, if you have not been if you haven't been doing the research or looking at content on shit like this regarding the financial system and the banking system, you're missing out on a huge opportunity that is not gonna come back around in your life. Like, this is the easiest way to get money right now. This is gonna be the quickest come up. Everybody's struggling right now. I don't care who you is, I don't care how much you make. In some way, shape, or form, you struggling. Like, because it's like everybody got to be conscious of their spending right now. You can't make bad decisions. This is not the time to make bad decisions. So this is a huge opportunity. I just hope people are taking heed to it, because people don't understand how huge this is. You have the opportunity to literally invest in the new financial system, where they're going to be moving the money globally. That is a massive opportunity. I don't know why anybody would not take advantage of that. It's crazy to me, but here we are. Everybody gonna be talking about LA and all these people, ICE being out there and all this stuff, but this is a huge opportunity. But it says one theory flying around is that the Genius Act in the Senate might get tagged onto the House's Clarity Act, letting the House vote on both its market structure bill and stablecoin bill at once. Did I need to read it one more time? I think they heard me. They didn't hear me, D. They didn't hear me. I really
Say again.
One theory flying around is that the Genius Act in the Senate might get tagged onto the House's Clarity Act, letting the House vote on both its market structure bill and stablecoin bill at once. Did we not?
Same time.
Simultaneous? Did we not? Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Go look at some lives. That's what YouTube for. That's what the recordings on YouTube is for. Think we ain't already had said that. We definitely said that. It was gonna be simultaneously. I know I said that shit months ago. For sure. So yeah. Wow. So yeah. The House to vote on both its market structure bill, stablecoin bill at once, and sending both back to the Senate. To be clear, this isn't a firm plan, just something various individuals have suggested is a possibility. That's what they're going to do, because that's going to be the only way to get both of them done by the August deadline. Trump was very firm on that August deadline. That's gonna be the only way that they can get it done. Because, however, I've heard that there will likely be pushback from both the House and Senate lawmakers should this path be pursued. Well, they're gonna have to deal with it. That's why they got the majority. So, but
Yeah.
like y'all got to remember, the Republicans got the majority right now. So, and also,
they're gonna push this shit through. They're gonna push it through.
yeah, and it's a lot of Democrats siding with Republicans on this specific topic as well. So because a lot of the Democrats, they see what's going on, they're like, oh shit, I'm trying to get paid. Fuck all this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get paid. Like so the other more likely possibility seems to be that market legislation will just take longer, perhaps through the end of the year. Funny as hell. This is despite Democrats' ongoing concerns that Trump is enriching himself through his various crypto ventures. Just this week, Trump's media firm Truth Social filed for a spot Bitcoin exchange, basically a Bitcoin ETF, with Yorkville, America, and New York Stock Exchange. Assuming this product is approved, it'll open another avenue for a Trump-affiliated entity to benefit from interest in the industry. So, yeah, Page said, tie them together, get them done before Fed now in July. That would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. That's exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, we don't need no more pushback no more. We don't need no more pushback. We need to get it going. We need to get it going, fam.
Yeah, let me read some comments over here on YouTube real quick.
Somebody said arrest Newsom and
What you say?
arrest Newsom. Somebody said arrest Newsom and Maxine Waters.
Hey, that would listen. We could go in on that. I ain't gonna say too much about the LA thing because it's a very, very controversial topic, which I'm very understanding of, and I don't want to step on no toes. What I will say is direct your anger definitely to Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters. That's their districts. All that California shit, that's them. They the reason why California looks like shit. Gavin Newsom. And it's crazy because and it's a lot of people coming out on TikTok because people making videos. And a lot of people from LA have been saying that they have been red for years now. They have been trying to vote Gavin Newsom out. And every time that they think that they red, they'll turn blue. And that's what happened this past election. Remember when I was telling y'all, because I was young, I remember I was living there. I voted in California. I just went to go vote for the hell of it to see how easy it was, knowing I am not a resident of California. So, like, I went to vote, and I promise y'all, I did not see. I really thought that California was gonna shock the nation and turn red, because I really won't get in that vibe that Cali is really still a blue state. It does not feel like a blue state there. It doesn't. A lot of them want Newsom out of there for some reason. Newsom, Maxine Waters, all these people, Nancy Pelosi, they all. I don't know how they keep getting voted in, but these motherfuckers definitely cheating over there. They definitely cheating. But if Trump really trying to turn up, since he wants to send the National Guard to Cali, go arrest Newsom. Go do that, so that'll be the news of the century, and pass this stablecoin bill and this market structure bill at the same time while Gavin Newsom is in handcuffs, because that's all everybody gonna be talking about. Let's go ahead and get it done. But it's timing.
He's gonna take the sacrifice. I don't know if he's gonna take that sacrifice. That's too much of a sacrifice. That's too much of a hit, because there's a lot of people fighting for Gavin Newsom over there in California too. At the same time,
fuck y'all. Respect.
Somebody just said California will never be red.
I'm telling y'all, it was close though. I'm not saying that it would be like 80-20. I'm not saying that. I think it would be like it could be like 52-49. Some shit like that. I ain't saying like completely just red, but I do feel like a lot of people did not want Gavin Newsom to be governor again. Like, they did not. A lot of people there do not fuck with Gavin Newsom. Like, that's a fact. I was living there. I was in the heart of LA. Like, positive nobody there really fucks with Gavin Newsom. Like I've been around some money out there. I read around some broke people out there, middle class. Majority of them do not. I've never heard anybody there say anything positive about Gavin Newsom.
Damn.
And that was my experience. Now, everybody has experience, but that was my 2.5 years of living there. That was my experience.
Dang, you said nothing.
I never heard nobody. You gotta remember, I was working in Hollywood, so I'm around film people, directors, producers. I'm around all these different types of celebrities, and I never heard nobody in there come in there and say anything positive about Gavin Newsom. Never. Anytime politics was brought up, I never heard anybody say anything positive about Gavin Newsom. My whole 2.5 years there, never. I don't think I've never heard anybody say, even the rednecks won't say nothing good about Gavin Newsom. Yeah, Cali don't mess with Gavin. Been here all my life. You're speaking facts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, somebody else said I live in San Diego, and a lot of the Mexicans voted red. Yeah. It's a younger Democrat we are trying to get in. Democrat? Ugh, a little skeptical. I ain't gonna pass judgment though. Who is it? I ain't gonna pass judgment, but who is? Let me see what.
Listen, if they're gonna sign the paperwork, if they're gonna sign off on the paperwork, sign, please
If
let
they
them in.
gonna do a good job, yeah, for sure. But if they about to be on that Democrat bullshit,
Well, you know what I'm saying? If they
place y'all in right now,
just sign the paperwork to get this shit through. You know what I'm saying? Like stop holding the shit back. Let them people in California live, fam. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that live over there, man. California, isn't California like the biggest state after like Texas, probably?
it's one of the wealthiest ones. I mean, it's a lot of money there.
Yeah.
You got Los Angeles and San Diego in the same state, and San Francisco too. So,
Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah, Sacramento.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
a lot of money in California, but a lot of people moving from there too. Like hella people out of California. That's another thing too. So yeah, Cali got a problem. That's why they sent the National Guard out there. We about to see what's gonna happen with Gavin Newsom. He the one who he invited Trump to arrest him. He said he can go ahead and I don't know if he thought he was standing up for Californians, but he was saying you gonna come arrest me? Go ahead and do it. Gavin, you ain't built like that. You ain't built like that, boy. Stop.
he said, pull up.
Yeah, talking about he can come arrest me. You should be arrested for your crimes. But anyway, we
He
don't get back to crypto. But
he said, pull up. Oh shit. Oh man.
That shit is funny though. That shit is funny. But yeah, pray for California, y'all. Pray for California. Pray for everybody's safety because I know it's getting a little rowdy. Yeah, I know it's getting a little rowdy. Yeah, we got this next article. So, oh wait, hold on. I actually do this one first since we was on the market stuff. I said I'm gonna read this one because we was on that market structure stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this right here from Eleanor. So y'all know she do crypto in America now, but this is Eleanor from Fox News. Before y'all come at me about the article I'm reading because y'all ain't never heard of it, but this Eleanor from Fox News. So stablecoin and market structure bills poised for action on the Hill. So it says crypto legislation takes the spotlight on Capitol Hill. Wall Street gets bullish on stablecoins and what we're watching in DC and NYC this week. So it says here it's a big week for crypto legislation in Washington with the movement of both stablecoin legislation in the Senate and market structure legislation in the House. So this is kind of similar to the article that we just read, but it's more so talking about them being excited about stablecoins. So y'all know they ain't been really talking about stablecoins the way they should have been, knowing stablecoins is getting ready to save America. But after a week of behind the scenes negotiations, including some tense moments over amendments, sponsors of the Genius Act are aiming to bring the finalized bill text to the Senate floor this week. Though final passage could slip to early next week. Once again, the bill needs 60 votes. That's what we just talked about. But let me skip to the stablecoin stuff. So stablecoins could be Wall Street's new power play. Y'all, stablecoins could be Wall Street's new power play. It's not just the crypto crowd pushing to pass stablecoin legislation. Wall Street's paying attention too. Wall Street been paying attention. What happened was Circle had that big ass IPO, and them niggas over here like, okay, we can talk about it now because they had a big IPO. So, but yeah, it says with the stablecoin market hovering around $250 billion today, proposed legislation like the Genius Act could be a game changer. Could be a game changer. Analysts say if it passes, the market structure could explode to over $2 trillion. They're lowballing it. But for the sake of the article, that's great. So why is TradeFi leaning in? Because stable coins are largely backed by U.S. Treasuries. That kind of growth, according to market watchers, could unlock $1 to $2 trillion in new demand for treasuries, potentially easing pressure on interest rates across the board. Lower rates wouldn't just help Washington refinance its debt. They could also reduce mortgage costs. What's going on right now? We're at the highest The housing market's at the highest it's ever been right now. It's never cost this much to live in a house. And so it said it could unlock 1 to 2 trillion in treasuries. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Uh, Lower rates could just help Washington refinance its debt. They could also reduce mortgage costs and make corporate borrowing cheaper, creating a ripple effect that delivers a much needed boost to the broader economy. This would be a huge stimulus to the U.S. economy. And this is Tom Hayes of Great Hill Capital. He told Crypto in America, it's making even the old school equity guys excited about the impact of digital assets. So he said the old school equity guys. That's huge. The old school equity guys excited about the impact of digital assets.
I guess somebody explained, like, hey guys, you're gonna make more money doing this. And they
Yeah.
probably was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They saw the percentages and was like, oh, okay, we're on board. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely what it was. And the nigga saw them dollar signs and was like, oh, okay, they saw them commas. So you start seeing more commas and
And
zeros, you change that opinion real quick.
yeah, yeah. And then like we just gonna sit back and just watch our investments go up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. There we
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, it says Monday at 1 p.m., which is today, I believe. The SEC will host the 5th and final industry roundtable in the spring sprint towards crypto clarity series titled DeFi and the American Spirit, featuring opening remarks from Chair Paul Atkins and Commissioners Hester Pierce, Mark Udea, and Caroline Crenshaw. Following the roundtable, a town hall will offer attendees the opportunity to ask questions of the panelists. So the roundtable panelists will be, let me see if there's anybody important. Meta Lex, what's that? Okay, anyway, y'all can see that. Tuesday, which is tomorrow, the House Financial Services Committee and House Agriculture Committees will hold their markups of the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025, aka the Clarity Act, or market structure legislation. So that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. At 3 p.m., the Senate Agriculture Committee will hold a confirmation hearing for CFTC chair nominee Brian Quintin. I don't know how you say Quintin. I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Close
Quintin.
enough.
Yeah, so and then on Wednesday, it's a busy week of hearings for Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. At 10 a.m., the House Ways and Means Committee will hold a full committee hearing with Bessent. And later at 3:30 p.m., he will testify before a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on the Treasury's FY 2026 budget request. He'll also appear before the Senate's Finance Committee on Thursday morning. So it's definitely a busy week. So we're going to definitely have some motion with crypto legislation. Like I told y'all, this is the biggest news. That's why they sent 2,000 whatever them people is. That's why Trump sent them 2,000 people over there. They got to cause havoc over there in LA. I'm sorry. After living at 2.5, LA y'all need some help. Everybody's nice to put it. I ain't even talking about the ICE stuff, but LA needs to be cleaned up. It looks like a third world country. It stink. Los Angeles needs some help. I have never been to I haven't been to San Francisco, but I heard it's pretty bad there too. Y'all need some help. Y'all got too much money in that state for it to look and smell how it do. That was
I'm telling you, when I was out there the last time, with you, man. I was just like, yo, where is Batman? This shit look like Gotham City, fam.
Swear to God, that shit is bad.
Shit, wow, fam.
Like, it's so bad, people don't even really want to go there. Like, that used to be a trip. Like, it used to be a thing to go to LA. Like, niggas go to LA for a weekend or something. Like, niggas ain't even doing that no more. Like, that shit is bad, gang. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
and it's just wild expensive. You know what I mean? I mean, New York is just as bad too. You know what I'm saying? New York is pretty bad as well. You know what I mean? They did.
Listen, I done just took.
New York.
I done accepted New York for what it is.
Imagine what you just said. Imagine what you just said on top of in-city tolls everywhere.
Yeah, so you got a nerve to charge me all this shit. Your streets look like shit, smell like shit, and y'all charging me to drive on these shitty streets. That's why when I go, I'm fine. Like, after paying them tolls last time I went, I'm flying. I ain't driving to the what the hell am I paying for? Exactly.
Yeah, fam. Yes, fam.
It ain't going to the streets. So, but yeah, But yeah, this is y'all see the distractions have been cute because this is what's going on in the background. So while they got everybody looking at LA, everybody looking at the West, y'all need to be paying attention to what's going on over here in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Where the
Mm-hmm.
news and shit is. So they got everybody looking out west. But you know what I'm saying? Really, that ain't none of my goddamn business. It ain't my business no more. So so I'm gonna be paying attention to where I am, DC. And this is
Yeah.
because this is the most important news ever. This is like life changing information. I'm so glad that everybody is in here and y'all know what the hell is going on. Cause man, I'm just looking around. You know how you just scroll on Facebook, bro, and you just like, damn, these motherfuckers is like, y'all still arguing about Trump and Elon for last week. You just like, damn, family, like y'all so lost. Y'all so
Man,
lost.
lost in the sauce.
Man, it's just like, and then you see everybody complaining, and you know, everybody needs some money, and it's like you see this big opportunity right here, and it's just hard to explain to people that's just so emotional and so caught up in the emotional side of politics. It's like you really have to be unemotional to have a clear head to make good decisions, and it's just
Mhm.
like, damn. So yeah, it's looking like the stable coin gonna pass. Also, I got a clip from Loomis. Y'all think I'm capping, even though we just showed y'all all the articles and evidence that it look like
Please,
the stablecoin bill gonna pass. Man,
please enlighten us. Enlighten us.
for sure.
What's she talking about?
Her punk ass. Y'all know I don't like Loomis pro Bitcoin head ass. Uh yeah, Loomis, I'm 50-50 with her. Once I'm 50, girl.
And go this way or that way.
Like, yeah, I was like, girl, it's
It's-
more to life than Bitcoin. The hell is wrong with you? And you
And
know,
shout out to y'all, yo. Y'all should be sharing that lot, dude. We should get this. We should have way more shares than 33 shares. Like we literally went over how y'all gonna change our lives and how y'all shouldn't be looking at all the LA stuff. I mean, people that's in LA, man, like I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta see what's going on. But listen, y'all, most of y'all are not in LA or California for that matter. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that's there, man, man, because you was telling me like, what your peoples was going through over there, fam.
yeah, they can't even I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like my ex right now, she can't even get to her apartment because all of the highway entrances are blocked off. Well, it was
Yeah,
last night. I don't know about today. I didn't talk to her today, but last night she couldn't even go home, family, because the fucking highways was blocked off. So
yeah.
it's not a good look out there right now. I'm not gonna hold you. It's not a good look out there right now.
It's
But
a mess.
LA does it needs some help, gang. It needs some. I'm sorry.
They,
I know most major cities look rough. I get that, but y'all gotta understand till you live in Los Angeles, y'all don't understand how
uh,
bad it is there, y'all. Like it's really, really bad. It's
like they,
really, really bad, bro.
and it's crazy that they being targeted because they just went through that, that fire situation. You know what I'm saying? Now this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's and the fire situation didn't help the situation that the city already had. So the fire situation just added more fuel to, and they couldn't afford more to what was already on their plate. And it was like the fire thing just took shit over the top. It's like it's so
Mm-hmm.
bad, man. It's so bad, bro. So here
Yeah.
we go. I got a clip from Senator Loomis right here that I'm getting ready to play for y'all.
Agreed to many of the amendments they wanted. There were.
Let me start it over. All right, here we go.
We will start voting on the Genius Act, the stablecoin bill, this week. I don't think we're going to complete it this week. We'll probably have to go into next week because a number of amendments will be filed. But we have worked long and hard to bring Democrats to the place where they can vote for cloture. I think we're there.
So what are the remaining hurdles for Democrats? What have they told you that their concerns are? What's keeping them from getting on board completely?
Well, we have generally agreed to many of the amendments they wanted. There were concerns about illicit finance. We've addressed some of those. And we're just waiting to see what amendments are filed by both parties as we move the bill to full consideration on the floor of the Senate. One of the things that I'm looking for is whether the Durbin-Marshall bill, it will be attempted to attach to the stablecoin bill. It's not about stablecoins, it's about credit card swipe fees, but This bill may be seen as a vehicle to attach, and that would be a heavy lift to take a bill that already has been carefully negotiated and add a new subject that is that controversial.
So just one more on the timeline here for the American.
Sometimes I have to breathe through this stuff because it just makes me upset because we're sitting here talking about credit cards and shit, and it just tells you that the people that are giving pushback is fucking people that should be retired. We need an age limit on Congress, guys. We need an age limit. This is really bad because they don't get it. Like, this isn't your future. Like, you've had your time, and I mean this respectfully. My mama's 67, so I'm not meaning no disrespect, but this ain't your future that you're voting for. You're voting for your kids and grandkids. It's not for you. You've had your time. Your baby boomers, y'all got cheap houses and shit. Y'all had when y'all 31, when y'all was 31 versus my 31 is two different 31s. We is not living the same life. I need y'all to like chill. But we gotta put an age limit on Congress, guys. Like, this is bad.
People who are watching and listening right now, in your view, what sort of week or month could this bill actually become law?
Well, we're going to pass it next week.
Okay.
And so it will provide new markets for U.S. treasuries. It will help protect the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency.
Y'all heard that part, right?
That's
the most important part. Hold
something
on.
like a traveler's check to be used
This
digitally.
the part y'all got to hear right here. Hold on. What she just said, you heard that, right, D?
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
Will provide new markets for U.S. treasuries. It will help protect the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency.
Okay.
It will provide a way for something like a traveler's.
So y'all see why they got to pass it now, right?
Check.
Oh yeah.
To be used digitally. It's pegged to the dollar, so it's sort of it's a payment stablecoin, something that can be used for payments in a digital format. This is going to create more versatility for the U.S.
For the person who asked what is a stablecoin, that's not something you invest in, okay? She just answered your question though when you was asking about what a stablecoin and what you need to invest in. I saw that comment. I'm gonna go back just for you so you can hear what she said, because she explains what a stable coin is right here. It's not something you need to like invest in though, because it's a stable coin. It's a stable price. So hold on.
Well, we're going to pass it next week.
Okay.
And so it will provide new markets for U.S. treasuries. It will help protect the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. It will provide a way for something like a traveler's check to be used digitally. It's pegged to the dollar, so it's sort of it's a payment.
That's what I said, Paige. Why are we talking about a traveler's check? You see my frustration? This is why I have migraines because of this shit sometimes, because it's just like, what are we talking about? And it's like, oh, I forgot. We got 80-year-olds and 75-year-old people in Congress. It's like, what the fuck, yo?
Stablecoin, something that can be used for payments in a digital format. This is going to create more versatility for the U.S. economy and move us into the 21st century.
So yeah, I just wanted to play that for y'all so that y'all know, like, they getting serious about passing this next week. So definitely we're gonna be paying. Y'all know we're gonna keep y'all up to speed on everything going on with Congress and where they at with legislation was going on. Tomorrow they got a hearing, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. We can go ahead and get this market structure bill voted on and get this, passed to the next step. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. So definitely be tuned in tomorrow, because we're gonna be talking about that for sure. When we get some updates on that. What we on that? Y'all know we
What's
on
that? What I miss? What we on?
Tomorrow, when they vote on that market structure bill.
Oh yeah.
To get it, to get it the Clutter vote. But let me share my screen for this last article that you sent me. I'll let you go over this one.
What's it about?
Senator Loomis says new Fed chair appointment signals brighter future for crypto.
Okay, yeah. So Senator Loomis says new Fed chair appointment signals brighter future for crypto. Jeez.
Oh yeah,
so
my bad.
What she said.
My bad. Later this week, yeah, because that video came out last week. Y'all right, yeah. It could be this week. Yeah. This week or next week. Okay, go ahead, D.
All right, so Loomis, who you just played a clip about, right?
Yep.
This article was from a couple days ago. So, according to Loomis, the appointment of is a turning point for cryptocurrency, for crypto policy rather, and she expects a brighter future for the industry ahead. So the Senate conferred Bauman, who is who's going to be appointed as the vice chair of supervision at the Federal Reserve, on June 5th in a narrow 48-46 vote, is filling the vacancy left by Michael Barr's departure back in February. Isn't Michael Barr the joker that he's on Ripple's board? Or he used to be?
Who said it again?
Michael Barr?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Okay, so Bauman, who served as a Fed governor since 2018, will now oversee the central bank's supervisory framework for major financial institutions and emerging technologies. So Senator Loomis said Mika's commitment to evidence based on regulation over political considerations will strengthen America's financial system. And you just heard her talk about keeping the US dollar, strong, right? So the Wyoming senator has long time been an advocate of digital assets as the main sponsor behind strategic Bitcoin reserve bill, etc., and her support for innovation. So Bauman's confirmation is closely watched by the crypto industry, which faces regulatory headwinds in recent years. So during her April nomination hearing before the Senate Banking Committee, Bauman emphasized that U.S. banks must be allowed to adopt new technologies to remain competitive. At the time, Bauman said that banks must be allowed to consider new technologies that can improve the operations and services. She further stressed that the regulators should focus on promoting sensible innovation. We're not running away, we're running towards it, fam. While the Federal Reserve does not directly regulate cryptocurrencies, it plays a critical role in determining how the banking sector engages with digital asset firms, stablecoin issuers, and blockchain payment technologies. Shout out to Circle, stablecoin issuers. Circle going crazy. It went all the way up to like 130, I think.
Yeah, Circle had a big IPO, bro.
Absolutely. So Bauman is expected to influence decisions around bank participation and crypto-related services, including custody and settlement. And industry backing. Bauman's appointment has been welcomed by industry stakeholders who have long called for regulatory clarity and consistency. Trade organizations like the Crypto Council for Innovation, which represents major firms like Coinbase and Fidelity, previously supported her nomination based on her experience in community banking with her openness to emerging technologies. As vice chair for supervision, Bauman will serve a 4-year term. Her leadership arrives at a time when the Congress is weighing multiple bills to address regulatory gaps in the crypto sector, including proposals focused on stablecoins, custodial services, and digital asset market structure. The Fed's evolving posture on fintech and crypto comes amid broader debates in Washington over stablecoin regulation and crypto regulation. With Bauman's confirmation, crypto advocates hope central banks will take more open and a structured approach to integrating digital assets into the financial mainstream. Damn, we there. We there. We right on the cusp. Right on the cusp.
Will strengthen America's financial system.
Right on the cusp.
We here. This stuff has to get done. I do want to say this. The new physical, however the fuck you say that shit.
Oh, physical.
Physical, because some people saying physical, whatever. It starts on October 1st. So in my opinion, I see this stuff has to get done before that. And that makes sense because the final ISO date is in November. I believe it's November 22nd or something like that. So yeah, this stuff is getting a move on. That's why it's getting so aggressive. So y'all will see more Black Swan events, more crazy shit's gonna be happening so that people not paying attention to this. But it's gonna be hard to ignore because I feel like a lot of people have been patient because they don't have a choice because everybody sees the future different now. It's not the same like for instance, I graduated in 2016. The future that I first foresaw when I walked across the stage and got my degree is not the same future I see right now in 2025. So a lot of people see what's going on. they see that they're gonna have to reskill or they need to figure out a way to get some money because a lot of people know that their job won't be around. Like our parents, you won't be able to stay at a job for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like our parents did. It's a new day and age. So, man,
It's a new day. It's a new day. Get ready for it.
get ready because it's not going nowhere. You might as well capitalize off of it, like I always say.
Mhm.
This stuff is happening, so a lot of people are holding on to their investments because they really don't have a fucking choice, and that's good. That's good because it's forcing them to be like diligent. Because it's like, yeah, well, what else are you gonna do? What else you gonna do? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
if you don't bank on this, believe in this, get your conviction in this, what you gonna do?
They don't believe in nothing really, because this is literally the biggest opportunity of people's lifetimes, and bigger than, even if you've been around for the past 50, 60 years, this is bigger than that. It's bigger than what you saw 50, 60 years ago. You
Mhm.
know, unless you really get it, if you got in at the ground floor at like Apple, Microsoft, but even the shit, this is bigger than that. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than that.
We've never been in a position where we could play with the banks. We can play the same game the banks are playing. You've never had an opportunity to actually earn yield on your assets. You've never seen opportunity to earn 1,500% APR on yield, from yielding your assets from off of your ass. You've never had the opportunity before to earn that type of interest on yield. So DeFi is the heart of crypto. So you've not like this is some different shit, y'all. We on this is a whole different ball game that we playing, and nobody has seen this shit before. And I just hope people take advantage of the information because we've been preaching it for years now, and now we at the point where they're getting ready to pass legislation, and
Mhm.
we've never been this close the whole time we've been here. We've just been talking about it. Like we know we need regulations. You know, people like T was constantly preaching. Like until we get a regulatory framework, until we get legislation and all this stuff, you won't see XRP go up in price. People were not trying to take heed to that information. Now people get it because we're getting regulations and legislation, but they weren't trying to hear that 3 years ago. But
No.
now people get it. It's like, no, you're not going to see a high price because it's a technology. You're not going to see XRP run to 100,000 because you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have no type of regulations. We weren't using that system. So now y'all getting ready to see people about to fuck around and find out it's crazy because it's gonna be a crazy year end. It's gonna be a crazy fall going into spring next year. It's gonna be a time to be alive. Like
Oh yeah.
from this
Oh yeah.
point forward is like a time to be alive because we are on the cusp of the stablecoin pill getting passed. It may get passed at the end of this week, y'all. And I got a feeling because I gotta go to a damn graduation on Thursday. Congratulations to my little cousin, but fuck, I got a feeling they're gonna pass that shit while I'm at the graduation, and I'm gonna walk the fuck out the screen. Cause I feel like every time some big shit happen, I'm not in front of the camera. So hopefully that's not the case, but I feel like they're gonna probably pass it on Thursday because they always do stuff on Thursdays, and of course I would have something to do on Thursday, but I can't miss that graduation, unfortunately. So, well, fortunately, I'm
Mhm.
proud of her. But yeah, this is I'm excited. I'm excited. It don't kind of seem like it right now because we just been waiting for so long. Me and D been
Yeah.
around for a minute. We've been around for a minute, so it's like we kind of numb. Not kind of, we are. I ain't gonna lie, we're numb now because it's just like, yo,
We've
what is
been, we've been going live for like 2.5 years together. We've been going live for 2.5 years. Telling
since
y'all that
2022? Since 2022. So
2022.
yeah, this is gonna
This
be.
is what's that you sent me? You sent me a picture.
Oh, I was sending it for myself. Just
Oh, okay,
I need to
okay.
post it. But I need to look this little dream up though before I say it on live. Make sure it ain't that crazy. But yeah, I think that was it. Did we have any more articles? That was the last one, right?
I think that was it. Yeah, yeah, that was it. That was it. Let me see. Let me check real quick to see if anything else just came out real quick because it's midday. Um. Oh yeah, Circle. Yeah, we talked about Circle. Um.
So
Oh wow. Okay.
no, I forgot an article. I forgot one because I wanted to actually read the stablecoin fever. Which we kind of because we were talking about stablecoins a little bit, but I did want to go over this because I wanted to bring this fact out. So it's an article that came out about Circle soaring 40%. And Apple and X are among those reportedly wanting in. So now Apple and X want stablecoins. Listen to this, y'all. When I read this shit last night, I was like, okay, listen. Like, let me just hold on. Let me start it off first. Okay, so it says Apple, Airbnb, Google, and Elon Musk's X are holding early discussions with crypto companies about integrating stable coins. Let me share this tab, my bad. About integrating stable coins into their payment systems, according to people familiar with the matter who spoke with Fortune. It says here the tech giant sees stablecoins as a way to cut transaction costs and streamline international payments. Stablecoins are digital tokens pegged to fiat currencies like the US dollar, offering a bridge between crypto infrastructure and traditional finance. In 2024, they facilitated more than $27.6 trillion in transactions, more than Visa and MasterCard combined. And this is according to a report from the World Economic Forum. Now, let me tell you something. Once they put it out in an article like this, it's already done. Apple got a stablecoin already. X got a stablecoin already. Who else is on here? Airbnb. All them companies that I just named got stablecoins already. If they're talking about, oh well, we're gonna look into it now. They already did it. They already
did. It's already done. It's already a done deal.
Yeah.
It's already a done deal.
So it says here, stablecoins have been a fast-growing area of interest for traditional finance, and that appears to be exploding even further following stablecoin issuer Circle's gangbuster IPO on Thursday. Shares more than doubled from an already raised offering price, and they're higher by another 40% today. So according to Fortune, Apple has reportedly been in talks with crypto companies since January. Notice they did not want to name the companies Apple has been in talks with. So make sure y'all peep that as I'm reading this. Apple has reportedly been in talks with crypto companies since January to explore incorporating stablecoins into Apple Pay and its wider payments infrastructure. So notice they didn't want to tell y'all the companies that Apple been talking to, even though we kind of got ideas who the fuck Apple been talking to. Here we go with X though. This was interesting, D. Meanwhile, X is in discussions with Stripe to potentially stablecoin-based transactions. So you know me, I got doing my little Googles because I remember D had brought some up. So I'm gonna share this. Yes, Stripe was an early investor in Stellar XLM. In 2014, Stripe provided a $3 million investment to the Stellar Development Foundation. So it says Stripe received 2% or $2 billion of the initial Stellar in return for its seed investment. So basically, they holding 2 billion XLM tokens over there at Stripe. So X is talking to Stripe, who was an early investor in Stellar.
They listen, man. That's a lot of money rolling through, fam. That's a lot of money rolling through, right? Business to business, right?
I would say Stripe and Stellar. Thank you, Paige. You see Stripe, you're looking at Stellar.
Business to business, customer to business. Like,
listen,
it's a lot of money, man.
I had to share that because I was like, wait a second, X. So you just basically told us y'all working with Stellar, but okay, you can
without saying it, right?
Yeah, without saying it. So okay, Stripe. Okay, you're talking.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my God.
So it says Airbnb is exploring stablecoins as a way to reduce the cut it pays to card networks like Visa and MasterCard. One crypto executive told Fortune the home rental giant has been in talks with WorldPay since the beginning of 2025. Let me tell y'all something. This shit is already done. Political shifts, primarily U.S. President Donald Trump's return to office, has made adopting crypto less risky in the U.S. corporate landscape. Some analysts predict the stablecoin market could hit $2 trillion by 2028, more like the end of this year type shit, but or early next year. But one key tailwind, the expected passage of the Genius Act, a bill that would establish regulatory clarity for stablecoin issuers and potentially incur. So it's mighty funny how Circle IPOs, they have this big IPO, and then we're right before the stablecoin bill gets passed, they come out with an article telling y'all that, oh yeah, Apple and X and Airbnb, they've been in talks about getting a stablecoin. Man, nigga, they already got one. Shut the fuck up. Thanks for the confirmation, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh man. Yeah, Apple got they thing today. They WWDC, they little conference.
For real?
Yeah, that's today at 1:00. I forgot about that.
Thank you. The Necro Cannon, yeah. Uber too. Uber, did they? Yeah. I think I seen an article about Uber. I don't think it's this one, but I did see something about Uber. But yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So,
they got their conference from now until the 13th. They got their conference. You know, because Apple, Apple always doing so much, yo. They doing so much,
they
man.
got so
Like,
much money, they ain't got a choice, bro. They got to spend it somehow.
yeah, yeah,
Apple's WWDC 2025 is today at 1 p.m. Thank you, Camille. Yeah, they been in it. Exactly, Damon. Exactly.
yeah. It's pretty much for the developers. It's like a conference for the developers, right? So they know what we on the cusp of. Um, I sent you one more article. It's about Sony. Since we, talking about Apple and all this shit. Sony all in, yo. Sony's all in.
Oh, Sony, because Sony know what's going on. That's why they ain't want to give it up to Michael Jackson. It wasn't about what they already had made and what they had. They knew where they was going.
They knew exactly
They
where
knew
they
where
was
they
going.
was going, and Michael was still fairly young, and they got him up out of there.
Damn, yo, he owns so much music. He owns so much music, fam. He owned your favorite artist music for real.
For real, for real.
Um,
I got it right here. All right, yeah,
okay. All right, so like Sony is doubling down. So Sony powers up Sonium L2 network unveils gaming incubator. So Sony is doubling down on blockchain with the launch of Sonium for All, a program aimed to accelerate gaming and consumer applications on Sonium, yo. So Sonium's blockchain ambitions are shifting into high gear with the launch of Sonium for All, a new incubator program designed to accelerate consumer and gaming applications on Sonium. You know anything about gaming? You know anything about the metaverse? Like all this shit is going to be major players going forward in different industries. I don't care what job, what industry you're in, all of this shit is going to be involved, fam. All right. So backed by Sony's innovation fund, because they got a fund as well, and developed by Sony Block Solutions, using Optimism OP Stack, Sonium is opening its 7 million user ecosystem to a new wave of builders starting today. Woo! So you'll be able to build on Sony. Oh shit! Can you play? There's like a little video right there. Can you play that?
yeah.
I think you'll be able to play it.
Welcome to Sonium for All, our fast-track incubation to launch your gaming or consumer app on Sonium.
Let's get started.
We're looking for MVP-ready consumer and gaming applications, ones with culture, gameplay, or narrative-driven communities.
I love that idea.
We have $60,000 in prizes, plus winners get exclusive info perks, spotlight marketing, and an invite-only demo day with our top VCs.
So, what's next?
Apply by June 30th and fast-track your application on Sonium with support from Astra Network, Startail Cloud Services, and Sony Innovation Fund.
Listen, you got a couple weeks. So if you want to start building on Sonium, you could start building on Sonium and partner with Sony, right? So they said the benefits of the program. Partnering with Astor Network and Startail Cloud Services, Sonium's incubator is targeting MVP-ready projects focused on consumer engagement, gameplay innovation, and cultural storytelling, right? And like they said in the ad, they said, it's a $60,000 grant pool, high visibility marketing campaigns, technical mentorship, and a chance to pitch at Demo Day featuring Sony's venture capital arms. So you have a chance to pitch to Sony if you're on that type of time. Because I know some of you guys in here love to build shit. If you're on that type of time, you have a chance to build with Sony. Moreover, the selected project will also receive support and boost from official Sony social media handles, AMAs, live stream sessions, alongside marketing campaigns, which will increase their reach and potential user base. Damn,
Massive.
fam.
Sony not playing with y'all.
Because we remember that.
Sony.
Because we remember that. Hold on, let me send you this article just to give people a reminder. I don't think people understand how massive this is, because I know there's some new people in here that probably haven't seen us before. Hold on, let me send you this article. Where is it at? Here we go. Since we're talking about all these stable coins and all this stuff, I'm about to put it in the Telegram right now. Come on, paste. All right, I just sent it. Just in case people needed a reminder. Y'all remember this back in April?
Oh, Sony adopts USDC payments in Singapore soon after Circle IPO filing. Sony know what the fuck is.
And it IPO'd already. I mean, we already seen that last week. And what does that say right under?
Circle, huh? You talking about right here? The company reported 1.6
What does that say right under the?
$1.6 billion in
It
revenue
said
for 2024. Yeah. Oh, which I
yep.
think it's a little lag, but yeah, with USDC market cap doubling to over $60 billion over the past year. So yeah, this is over 99% of Circle's revenue came from stablecoin reserves and yield-bearing treasury bills. Yield-bearing treasury bills. So Sony know what's going on. That's why they ain't get that company up like that. That's why they say, "Oh, okay, Michael, you a big deal, but bye. You gotta go, my boy." It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy. So, yeah, that's just a reminder. That's just a reminder how big
So
this
y'all,
is. You know?
let me know. Y'all think they're gonna pass the stablecoin bill this week? If you think they're gonna pass the stablecoin bill this week, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think they're gonna pass the stablecoin bill this week. Trying to see what y'all, where y'all heads at. Y'all think they're gonna pass it this week? What y'all think? See, somebody said 0.5.
See a lot of ones. See a lot of ones.
Paige said 1. William said 1. Z said 1. Let me see.
I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good about that.
Okay, so y'all feeling good about this week? Yeah, they vote tomorrow for the market structure though. That's for market structure, I think. I don't think it's they don't vote for stablecoins tomorrow, right? I think it's just market structure. Okay, we got some ones over here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. We got some ones over here on YouTube. Okay. So y'all think we're gonna get that stablecoin bill done? So I think it has to get passed because they just doing a lot. They talking a lot. It's a lot. Wall Street's bullish. So once you get the people over there on Wall Street to be like, yeah, stablecoins, go, go, go. Then I think we got a good chance of it getting passed this week. Kiki said 0.5. I got you. Respect that. Respect that. They ain't got much more time. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Loan doing great right now for sure.
Loan is pushing. Loan is definitely pushing.
Yeah, we're gonna see KB because they definitely dragging it out. But they've been dragging it out for a minute now. It ain't too much more dragging. I feel like they got left in them. US has to spearhead all the regs so other countries can follow. Yep. LOL, I'm done looking forward to the book. I mean, yeah, that's respect. I respect that. Definitely tired of looking forward to stuff. But that's why we just keep up. We just keep up with the news as it comes out. Keep up with the facts. You're sitting around
That's
with
it.
assumptions.
Control what you can control.
All we can do is
You can't control none of this shit.
yeah, all we can do is see what they doing. All right, they voting on it. All right, let's see where we at with it. They said they would, yeah, and I don't think Lumen. I mean, Luma's a Bitcoin maxi, so I mean, who the fuck is she? But I mean, I don't think Luma's would have got on TV like saying, we're gonna pass it next week. Like said it so confidently. So I don't know. We'll see. Can't trust her either. Can't trust Cynthia. We don't trust.
Can't trust her. Said JK. You can't trust none of them.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Yes, I'm still bullish on Zebek. For those that had came in late, we did talk about Zebek at the beginning of the live while we was getting the likes up. But I'll just say this before we get off: we still bullish on Zebek. We still got to get a major listing on an exchange. They're gonna become ISO compliant. They announcing partnerships out of as they really moving like Ripple. They're moving like Ripple high key. We're just getting partnerships and just shutting the hell up and just flexing with the partnerships and everything that they're doing. So Zebek still has growth. So yeah, I'm still bullish on Zebek. I would take advantage of this dip. Do your homework, not financial advice. But yeah, we still waiting on that Coinbase listing, and we know Coinbase is gonna do it because they invested in Zebek. And then yeah, the ISO compliant. We know that that's coming out towards the end of the year. It's real important to make sure y'all follow the assets that y'all are heavily invested in. Make sure y'all follow them on Twitter. Listen to their Twitter spaces. The CEOs and the people who work for them companies, the founders and stuff, they be talking on them Twitter spaces. They be talking. So make sure y'all keep up with that. But all that stuff being a Telegram. So if you're in a Block Nation Telegram, you would know we still bullish. You know what I'm saying? Don't be waiting for the live. You know what I'm saying? We may not talk about Zebek every single day, but that don't mean we're not bullish on it. You know what I'm saying? If you in the Telegram though, we put news anytime Zebek got updates, partnerships, all that. It's all in the Telegram. So make sure you get in the Telegram. We do got some classes and stuff coming up, so y'all stay tuned for that. We'll let y'all know what classes and stuff we're getting ready to do. I really want to do some more DeFi classes just so that people can start trying to take advantage, because I feel like some of y'all need to see what's going on. So we may do some more another class on that. We'll see. Me and Dia talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, can't hear you.
Can't hear who?
What happened? Oh, maybe it's just her. Maybe it's her.
Yeah.
But yeah. Maybe yeah. No, I'm down for that. I'm down for that because we got some aces up the sleeve, now and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned. I think that was the last article I had. If anything else comes out, I guess we hop back on. But I didn't have anything else after that. I think that was the most important anyway.
Yeah, facts for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. How far? The Telegram link is in the bio, so just go to my bio. It's in there. It's in the Block Nation bio. Just click on the link tree, and it's in there.
Mhm.
But all right, y'all. Other than that, we will see y'all later if it's some news that come out, or we'll see y'all tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, y'all be easy. Make sure y'all like the live and all that good stuff. Comment below. Let us know what y'all think about what we talked about today. Y'all think we got regulations coming? Y'all think we gotta wait till the end of the year? What y'all think? Just let us know in the comments. All right, y'all.
For sure. All right.